what is going on. Another Tuesday night. When I had the interesting story, that's what I want to tell. But first, we'll just chill, let this thing run. We talked a lot of fishing yesterday, actually. I don't know if you're on the panel, but like the first while of the panel was actually fish talk. Then it went on to a bunch of other stuff, and I ended up going like 6.5 hours last night. Wait, what you say? I said, where the hell's corn? I think that's what I said. I was like, where the hell's corn farts? That's what I was talking about. No, I think I was saying yesterday we had a lot of fish talk in the panel. We don't usually have a lot of fish talk in the panel. Usually it's way off base. Hello. Trout Derby? What Trout Derby? What Trout Derby? When? Where? El Estero? Next week? $20 a head? Oh, you got me all excited for something elsewhere. Damn. What that last one say? No, I didn't. Did you win it? Oh, you're going to the Trout Derby on the 1st. Nice. No, I didn't hear about it. You didn't inform us. Sorry. Dancing my music bit. Wow, now it almost looks like a cartoon. No, I didn't hear about that. I'm kind of anxious for the last trout stock. Nice. Film it. Film it, film it. I said, don't worry. In a while, I'll get to the story. But yeah, that sounds cool. Bass Lake. Isn't that where Tito just went to? Fish talk. Cut the carp. Did he? I think that's where he went, right? He went to Bass Lake. Oak Lake. Yo, Tito, were you at Bass Lake? Tito's doing a trout derby there. I mean, Cornfire's doing a trout derby there. I can't wait to, I want to get into my story, but I want to wait. The trout show goes up. My trout show goes up tomorrow. Our bonus trout plan at El Estero. All filmed, all done. And I have Fridays all done. Oh, that's right. Oh, they do it that way? Yeah. That's a fun way to do it. Money. Money for the tags. Yeah, but I got Fridays all done. I think this first time by Tuesday that I had both the videos I need to get up already done. Well, I'm 5-1? Really? Did I had more than one friend on here. Got too flat. I've never caught a flathead catfish. I found one dead or dying once, and I put it in our pool. I brought it home and put it in our pool, and it swam around for a while. Yeah, they're funky with their that dark brown color. Yeah, I found one floating, I think, or swimming in the shallows, kind of dying, and I don't remember how I got him home alive, but my mom came out and went, "What's that in the pool?" I heard another at Isabella Lake. Nice. Yeah, my mom came out and went, "What's that in the pool? What's that in the pool?" And I went, "A catfish." I'm all, "There's a catfish." She's like, "Why is it in there?" I'm all, "Because I found it." She's like, "It's going to die." I'm like, "Dying anyway. I just wanted to watch it swim around in the pool for a while." And finally it died and came to the top, and I just picked it up and threw it away. Hey, Richard. I also put a bass in there once, too. I let about a 3-pound bass swim around there for a while. Wait, what? Grilling. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a huge conversation last night. I forgot about that. They had a big grill conversation and photos and stuff last night. If you want some grill stuff, go to last night's live and look at it. It was pretty early on, but some new one that Tito got, and same one that Chris has, but his is smaller, and they just went on and on and on and on and on about grilling on this skillet grillet thing. Looks nice though. It was a nice conversation. If you're into grilling. Same brand, legit. I don't know, it was pretty funny though. I had no idea they would both go off like that about, and then other people, everybody going off about the grill. I'm all, we cooked on it. What time tomorrow? Time tomorrow what? Me? Tomorrow? Walleyes. That's fish I've never caught. Never caught a walleye. I don't think I've probably fished somewhere in a lake that had walleye. Walk up to Pinot. Oh, I don't know. Are we doing that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we can go check it out. I mean, I'm not gonna go like super early, just to Pinot. And I was up till 3:30 last night. Yeah, we said it last night. All right. I don't remember. I legitimately don't remember. I was kind of distracted last night, though. I was kind of distracted. Yeah, that panel that panel went all the way till 3:30 for me. 6.5 hours. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, I didn't get over till 2:30, and then by the time I did something to bed, it was like 3:30. Crazy. It was totally Yeah, I didn't even expect to be on that long. I don't even know how it ended up being that long. And I don't remember things from it. He was on there. I don't know why. I just don't. I think he got distracted at some point through. Hey, NJ. NJ Gerald. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I think it was like 6 hours and 39 minutes is what it was. Because everybody else left. Me and Ozzy and Coyote were on, and then that storm, evidently that Ozzy was in started getting worse, whatever. So he said he had to go. And then me and Coyote ended up staying on for like another hour after that. Yeah, so it was a full night of paneling. Let's just say that a full night of paneling. Oh, and we found out Nick is a pretty darn good clayist. He was making characters out of Play-Doh while we were on there, and they were actually really good. I was impressed. They actually looked really like. Well, you can see it if you go back and look at the old live, but they look like actual cool characters. No, no, just supporting female fishermen. I don't know those. Um, there's been so many stories about these girls and where I got the pictures, and there's stories about them being somebody's ex-girlfriend and somebody else saying I don't know. They have a lot of stories behind them as far as and the story where they came from. They came from BBing Lives. I used to do my my Tuesday night hangouts. Or no, Storytelling Tuesday. Yeah. Um, they said I needed. I used to. This started out as a Storytelling Tuesday, and they said I needed some cheerleaders beforehand or some pre-show warm-up because I always came on and it took me a while for everyone to get in before I started the story. So I couldn't get real cheerleaders and stuff. So I decided I'd have the pre-show girls, and I went and got all these normal, everyday women fisherman photos, and that's how that happened. I went 6 and 5. That's pretty good. Yeah, someday, who knows? Maybe I could have like a place behind me where there's actually showgirls that cheer and stuff during it. Someday, when I make it on YouTube, and I mean, I have room. I have this room I'm in. I have another room over there. I could build that room. Hey, what's up, Max? I could build that room next to me into like a cool little studio, and I could have my sleeping quarters and then a studio. I mean, look at over there. See, it's a whole other room over there. It's a whole other room over there. It'd be perfect. A reef robber. Hey, how are you? Oh, you're leaving? You're leaving, Mr. World of Max? Yeah, so that'd be a plan right there. I mean, somewhere in the future, have that be a little fish studio, have a desk in there, maybe have a prop or something, or that's what I'm thinking though. Eventually, someday. I mean, it's perfect for it. Do you think? I mean, it's right there. It's like the same length as this room. It's just, I think it's a little smaller width-wise, maybe. But I said it'd be a perfect place to have like a little studio right next to this. Like this could be in there with something built behind it, or like maybe a cool wall of lures and stuff hanging. Nobody's ever done that before. Or have an aquarium. The other side with a big aquarium behind me or something. Yeah, I mean, someday if I get the permission to, Nicholas, what is up? Yeah, someday if I get permission to do something to that room, that's gonna be my studio right there. I could actually do stuff if I did earlier and stuff up the room, my parents' room upstairs. It has its own fireplace. It like sticks out between the room and the bathtub shower area, and it's glass and sticks out and it's got flames. Ah, it's really cool. And there's a little nook there. Oh, I don't think I've ever showed you guys upstairs. I think I've done a couple videos up there. I did videos on the porch up there. I would always love to have a Shark Tank. Yeah, but I think I did one video. Put for next week. Yeah, I know it's boring, huh? I was thinking about today. I actually forgot about. I thought about it, then I forgot about it. But I was gonna go get like a few more women to throw into the mix, just to see if anybody noticed. There's still like 70 in there though. I think over 100. I don't know. I don't actually know how many pictures are in there. I could check, but yeah, that's my plan though, is to actually have that little room. I can turn this around. That's right. That room right there. That as a studio, I think it would be really cool. Got a whole wall there to put something against. The other side, there's another wall, but it's got windows like that in it. But, you know, backdrop, something. Yeah, it could be multiple, like each side. The camera stuff in the middle, put some nice lights up top. You know, I can do a blog from in there. Or a podcast type room. So you might see that someday. Eventually, or hopefully. So did you sleep all right, Nick? I was up to, I think as late as you. No, you were in the 4s, weren't you? Oh, I'm going to tell the story. You haven't heard that yet? You haven't seen anything about it? Oh. I'll just type in, are you fishing all day? Cool. NJ, just type her name into Google and it's all over the place right now. No, just type in her name into Google. That's what the story's going to be. I'm going to tell it a little bit, but it was a big national thing. And it is now. I researched it today because, well, that's part of the story, but yeah, just if you type in her name, it'll show up right away. Everything that went on today about it is kind of interesting. That's why I put it up. I put it up because it's a hot topic, so I figured I'd put the name in live. Probably won't do anything while I'm live, but once it uploads as a regular video, maybe. And I have a connection with it. All right, NJ. Well, at least you know who she is. Up, clean up. All right. Well, nobody's gonna tell the story. Everybody leaves. Like 10. What? Tomorrow? No. It's just gonna be. I don't want to fish there that long. Not just at Pinot. Pinot's not gonna be a show. It's gonna be a vlog. Some midday thing. So I don't know. Yeah. So somebody, Gerald just saw. At least somebody wondered what the title was about. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm lost right now. Yeah, no, I lived there at the time. That was the revelations, like why the title is interesting story, because I think I have a story that I heard that might end up being true. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I'm like, this is so weird. I didn't expect. Well, I'll tell the story. I'm going outside and tell it though. I need a cigarette to tell a nice, good story. 7 and 6. Nice. But again, I was out on my front porch for 6.5 hours yesterday. it was, it was tough. And I'm thinking about doing I'm thinking about doing an actual blog on it to put up on Thursday. I mean, it's a hot topic, right? Isn't that what they tell you to do? If you have some sort of content that's about a hot topic or something that's really going on, jump on it. And I have a connection to this one, so might be pretty fun to put up. Should be fun to put up with too. What is up with this? Sorry. Oh, now I can figure out how many are in here. I figure out how many are in here. That ain't right. $188. You know, I'd find out how many women were in there. No, 188 minus the merch. Probably like 180. Something like that. Sorry, getting us back to the whims. Oh, and I was going to bring that down. I forgot what I didn't do. That's why it's the same song over and over, if anybody's noticed. I don't know. Anybody notice? I mean, I did, obviously. I was beeping to it. Sorry, I was beeping along to it and everything else, and I'm like, why didn't somebody tell me? Why didn't anybody tell me, hey, guess what? It's the same song playing over and over. You should just clip it in and click it in there and it goes, you know? Plus I did a little Seth. I did a little Seth Green. Seth Rogen did a little of that. So Corn will understand. Tito will understand. That's kind of why I'm a little spacey. We got under control. I can't. Getting close. After the first half hour, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to tell the story. The story of connection with or knowledge of Kristin Smart and something pretty interesting that I was blown away by. I'm waiting until the correct time. I just started following Seth Rogen. Have you ordered any of his stuff? You and Corn should have a strong favoring for the man. He's a good guy. I think you can buy it though. I think it's on there, right? What was it called? It's called a houseplant. That's right, houseplant. Fish trash. Hello. Yeah, houseplant. I don't know why I'm probably, but Seth Rogen, his new online business for pot called Houseplant. Check it out. They actually had to buy the name from somebody else because somebody already had it, but it was, the domain was taken, but it wasn't being used, and it was called Houseplant. It was going to be some like gardening thing. And so they found it and they bought the number, and that's their new site for pot. Best Trap Zone, how is it going? Welcome to a usual Tuesday night fish talk, but right now we're talking about Seth Rogen and pot, evidently. I mean, we're in California here, at least. It's legal. But I am going to, right, what's up? I am. I got another 2 minutes and I'm going to go start the story about what the actual title of this is. Yeah, because this title's not, usually it's Fish Talk Tuesday, but I had a picture of Kristin and that title and I'm going to, fish trash. Oh, okay. Welcome. Oh, we got brothers in the chat. Nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell the story about that. I want to let people catch up with the pre-show girls. And then I'll venture forth outside with lights, and it's just so weird, guys. I mean, something weird happens to me, I kind of have to tell the story, and so that's what tonight's about. It's just totally freaky. But, yeah. So I'll get to it in another minute. Other than that, we got some people in. I mean, I know you guys. I'm just... Because most people's eyes are probably over here. So, you just kind of hear me rambling in the background a little bit, but... For a typical man, your eyes are satisfied. Your eyes are like, what's he saying? Now if I moved over here or something, and people just get offended. I like your background here. That's just what I was talking about. It used to be Storytelling Tuesday, and those are my pre-show girls. So I get everybody in, do what I'm kind of doing right now, give it about a half hour, and then I'd go into a story. And they said I need pre-show girls, so actually said I need cheerleaders first, but I couldn't get cheerleaders. So I came up with the pre-show girls. And yeah, they all came in, got entertained, and had a lot of fun. All right, I think maybe I'll go out to the porch. I'm going to get the story off my chest. Outside to the porch. Let me get a cigar going. Let me get a cigar going. And get in the mood to tell the story. Rah. Alrighty. Okay, I said this is a really bizarre freaking story. I don't know. A lot of you probably might not know. I said Gerald didn't know, but it's all over the news today about this girl, Kristin Smart. Well, this is the weirdest thing about it. For some reason, Sunday night, I was out here Sunday night. I was, sitting on the porch and watching things, and something triggered me. And tell me a long story. It's a pretty good story. Should I start from my birth up to the point that I'm telling the story? Because that'd make it really long. So Sunday night, for some reason, I started thinking about Kristin Smart. For some reason. I mean, she went missing. Hey, Chris. She went missing in San Luis Obispo back in '96. And I lived there during the time, and I even knew people. And yeah. So, I was thinking about her. And I hadn't thought of her name or anything like that for years. So suddenly I was thinking about it, and I thought about, oh yeah, and just stories and stuff I had, because it was hugely popular. I mean, at the time, she goes missing, everybody knew, and yeah, and all of a sudden I had thoughts of her, right? And I'm like, okay, didn't really think much of it. I was just sitting out there, and I don't know, something I was watching triggered something, and I thought about it. Then today, I get on the computer to check it when YouTube comes up, and they give you the recommended. I scroll down and it says, 2 suspects arrested in Kristin Smart murder. And I'm like, what? This case is from 25 years ago. What? But I just, for some reason, the night before, 2 days before, thought about her. I'm like, wow, that's weird. So, okay, the story is, she was at a party, and this guy, Paul Flores, I knew who he was. He was another student in the area, anyway. He walked her home from the party to her dorm. And she was never to be seen again. Right? Missing person, like, suddenly. They spent an hour, they searched everywhere. They searched the woods. They searched everywhere they could. And they never found the body. They still haven't found the body to this day. But I was friends with people that did the searches, because they had them. It's Cal Poly. I don't know if it's Cal Poly, but it's a big campus, and there's lots of open space. And they had people search the canyons everywhere. They actually went up to the P. So we used to have the P that was on the hill for Poly. And a lot of us coming home from to the bars or parties or at night to go party, people would climb up to the P. And so I guess at one point a rumor came out that he murdered her and buried her by the P. So they did this whole excavation thing and all that around it. Didn't find a body. Didn't find anything. So here's where it becomes really interesting. I don't know if you're all into this, but I had I had a roommate at the time. His name was Steve Royal. He was he was getting ready to be a policeman, and he knew like the sheriffs and stuff. He was a cool guy. And so one night, I don't know, I guess something came on TV or something, so we started talking about it. And he told me that Paul Flores, who's the one that supposedly murdered, but his dad, Ruben Flores, was a sheriff. I haven't verified this yet because I look up his name and it's all about this right now. But he said he was a sheriff. And he said he was pretty sure that he was covering it up and that he knew that his son did it, but he was covering it up because nobody could find anything. But then he goes, but the funny thing is, they're doing construction at their house in Arroyo Grande right now. And they're laying down cement and building like outside decks and stuff. And he's like, I think they buried her at his house. I think his dad knows he's covering up because he's in with the inn. And so that was his theory. His theory was that she was buried somewhere on his house. Because for the last, it's been 25 years. At first, they never checked there. Everywhere we searched, they searched everywhere else. Searched. And that's been going on forever, that they've been searching elsewhere. And I said, my friend Steve Royal said, this was 24 years ago. This was like in the first year that she went missing. He went, they're working on their house. They're putting in decks and they're doing cement work. And his theory was they buried her at the house. Like I said, this has been 25 years they've been searching all other places. And they never really searched the house. So this thing that I saw today that came up as a video said that Paul and his dad were arrested. Paul for murder and his dad for accessory. And then I started researching it. And they were back at his dad's house in Arroyo Grande, which is only like 20 minutes from SLO. The first place they take. And they got enough evidence to get the 2 arrest warrants and 2 more search warrants. It's been 25 years, he's never been arrested. And suddenly, he's arrested. And then I saw another article on KSBW, which is the local NBC down there. They said they were in the backyard. They did a search this morning at 7:45. They were in the backyard, and they were tearing apart a deck. And I went, what? Did my friend predict exactly where the body was like 24 years ago? I was like, yeah, so I don't know yet. It's not out. They said they haven't found the body, but as far as I know, they were tearing up decks at the house, and that led to actually an arrest after 25 years. So it's got to be pretty big evidence to be able to arrest the guy. I don't know. We'll find out. Did my friend Steve Royal solve a murder or know the end of a murder investigation before anybody else found it out? And I don't know how they went back to his house or... I mean, think about it. To hide a body, you're laying down cement, you're suddenly... But he said that, I don't know if it's true, but he said his dad, the one that's also arrested for accessory, was a sheriff. I don't know if he was at the time. But I remember saying something like that, and he said he knew, and he was covering it up. But, you know, that's kind of the obvious thing. Who's going to look at your house? I mean, if you're a sheriff, story is interesting. It was interesting to me. I mean, I was just like, and why the hell did I think about her after that many? I hadn't thought about her for like 15 years. For some reason, Sunday night, I started thinking about her and the whole thing that happened and his story. And it was just a talk for like 2 years in our little town, because it's a little town. And then boom, suddenly 2 days later, beep. They actually arrested the guy that all of us thought did it. And, probably knew since the beginning. So I said it would be really interesting, though, if they haven't found the body yet. But if they actually find the body in concrete at the house that my friend talked about 24 years ago, I think he was in on it. I should try to find Steve Royal. No, just kidding. Yeah, but that's just freaky. I'm like, they're gonna do one. They're gonna do a cold case on this. They're gonna do a cold case on this. I mean, yeah, I was just like kind of blown away. I was like, what? I'm just kind of that like psychic weird kind of guy, but I'm like, yeah, but I mean, that's kind of cliche. Like, well, he's a sheriff and all, he's not going to be stupid enough to bury it at his own house. But it might end up that 25 years later, they did bury her on it. They mixed her in with the cement and all that when they were building their back deck. I had 12. I have 11. I said, did I mispronounce a word? I know if any people are. No, but I don't know. I don't know if he knew him or knew his father. That's fucked up if it's true. I know that's. I mean, I lived through it. It was. I mean, I lived there happened in '96. I lived there till 2004. So it was and it's a little town, a little college, country town, ag community, stuff like that never happened in a little town. But that's just so weird. I just think about it. Oh well, they'll never solve that the rest of my life. It's probably that guy Paul Flores, but we're never gonna know. They've been looking. They've had evidence. They've been trying for 25 years, and then the next day I think about that. Boom. Paul Flores and father handcuffed and put in jail for murder and accessory to murder. And I'm like, what did my brain do? What are the lotto numbers? So you have dreams about lotto numbers. I seem to be a forecaster of stuff. Yeah, but I said that's just I don't know. It's funny that this is 25 years. I still remember him telling me that story. Yeah, it's really interesting. Oh, okay. The more the merrier. Yeah, I like cases like this. Very nice. Yeah, he got a civil case against him. I'm in California, right? I went to Cal Poly. Girl fish rule, okay? He makes the concrete. No, but see, that's the thing. I've seen about that, Nick. I was trying to think because my friend I think he worked for construction time where he knew people. How did he, because we're in Slow, he's nowhere around, it's 20 minutes away, but he told me a story. He goes, yeah, they're actually working. So I don't know if he knew somebody that was working on the project or how he knew they were doing work. at his dad's house at the time this was going on. I didn't mix it, but my roommate might have. I don't know. But yeah, I said that was the weirdest thing. That was his. That was his. That was his. He was so dead set on the fact that they buried the body at their house, in within the construction they were doing, and now we still don't know. Our names are fish related. I guess that's hardcore fish related right there. Yeah, but we still don't know. I just heard that they were tearing up a deck at the property, and that's what he said. They're building a deck. So who knows? I mean, they wouldn't reveal the evidence from the search yet, but it was enough evidence that they hauled him into jail after 25 years, and they'd never been arrested before. So I'm interested to see if the conclusion is he was right and the body was mixed in or underneath the cement or something on their patio deck, which is kind of sick. I mean, who would live in a house that you buried an innocent girl in the backyard for 25 years? That's just wrong on it in itself. I mean, just so we don't get caught, we'll be good. We can live with the dead body out in the backyard under the cement. No problem. Just so our son doesn't get convicted. Because that's like, there's going to be a movie about it. Not just a cold case about it. There's going to be a movie about it. You can take that into a really good movie. Oh yeah, it's Reeve. He's still peeking. I still haven't got to your video. Remember I asked you if I could redo one of your videos? Because I'm gonna, yeah, I'm still gonna do it. I'm just distracting things right now. First my car kind of messed up, and then some weird thing about my past with this discovery of arrests, and I'm just intrigued by that stuff. Like somebody else in there who's a Nuya, they like this stuff too. It is interesting, but when you're like you were there at the time, because most of you watch, you weren't there. You might have heard about it on the news, but you weren't a part of it and lived within everything they created. Like, so that's what makes it crazy. And I don't know why they went back and they'd already searched his house tons. Why'd they go? Why'd they want to go back with radar, ground piercing radar to check the property? They dug up some areas in that, but you can't dig underneath the cement. But if you can run that radar thing over and all of a sudden there's like some sort of cavity in there or something, bingo, baby. We got you now. Might be 25 years later, but you're going to jail, buddy. And I really hope that eventually he tells the frickin' story of how. They won't be able to tell how she died, will they? This long later, even forensic stuff? If they find the body, which I'm assuming they're gonna. 25 years without a body, and they never got an arrest warrant. So they must be thinking they're close to the body. Right there in the house, out the backyard. It could be underneath this porch, you know? I didn't do it. I don't know why I brought that up. Jay, how's it going? I was just telling the story of all right, Tito. I don't know. She's been missing for 25 years, and she was declared officially dead in 2002. After so long, if somebody's missing, they just declare them dead. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just telling you a story about the murder. Well, Nick just brought it up too. I said they haven't found a body yet. But I lived through the Kristin Smart thing that's now all over the news because they arrested the kid, Paul Flores, and his dad under murder and accessory to murder. First time arrested after 25 years. And it's because of evidence they found at their house. And I had a friend that told me he thought they buried the body at the house because they were doing construction at the time with cement and stuff. So we're waiting to see if he predicted the body's location 24 years ago. So yeah, that was this kind of went back to a storytelling Tuesday. But yeah, I just found out and I saw it. It was kind of amazing. I thought about it 2 days before this. Kind of freaky. Yeah, I'm really interested to see if, when all evidence is revealed, if they found her where my friend said she would be, in a conversation in my old house, in my own house, about it. 24 years ago. We'll see. I don't know why they never. Well, did they usually? I mean, that was '96. Do you check under cement? Usually they go under the house, like they have a little crawlway. They check under there, and sure enough, that's where the bodies are buried. But do you check under a brand new deck that was built the same time your son's prime suspect for a murder? Nah. No, there's no way. Let's go check in the hills. Let's go check up the valleys and everywhere else. Nobody's going to do that. That's ludicrous. So, that's my story. I guess some people found it interesting. I'm going to do a vlog about it, a little more educated one. I'm going to plan it out exactly this time and tell it. Here I was just sort of rambling. Really? Well, I didn't hear about that one. Well, see, the other one is in Slow, we had a serial killer. His name was Krebs. This time I was down there too, while I lived there. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 other female students from Cal Poly went missing. Yeah. Yeah, but this guy did the same thing. He worked at the hardware store. But yeah, he was a suspect. It was going on for, it was like a year, 2 years, something like that. The investigation. Yeah. My time flies when you're here. I'm telling good stories. Um, and yeah, they ended up finding the bodies buried under his house, in the crawlway under his house. Yeah, I remember his last name was Krebs. I don't remember his first name because I used to watch Dobie Gillis and Maynard G. Krebs. Was John Denver or Bob Denver, the one that played Gilligan? That was his character on the show. So that's why I remember his name was Krebs. So, but he already got caught and already got arrested. I think his was like a year. I don't know if it was before Kristen's disappearance or after. I think it was after. It was like a year or two after, like 98, 99, something like that. But yeah, it's just kind of weird. Psycho Ducky, what's up? You haven't been in a while. 9 and 14. All right. Yeah, so I just have to talk about this stuff when it happened to me. I just like I said, I took time. I researched all of it. I was watching all the news stuff because everything was like 30 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago. I mean, he was on everything, like CNN, Fox, NBC, New York Post, Los Angeles Times. The story was on everywhere, and I was like, okay. And so yeah, that last one when they said they were tearing apart the deck in the backyard or something, I went, let's lay bets right now. Anyone want to take bets on if that's where they find the body? No, that's bad. You can't bet on finding a dead body, right? That's bad juju. Forget that. But it will be a good end to the story. And I can tell people, I predicted where they find the body, and I can play them the story. Yeah, it's late. Oh, it's 1:30 there. 11:30 or 12. Where you at? You're not here. It's only 9:08 here. Somebody said that. Somebody said that. 1:08 a.m. Really? Wow. 2:08 there. Nice. Yeah, it'll be. I don't know. That's why I just. I don't know. It's really weird. Really weird story and really weird connection. I said it's gonna be a discovery thing, like Nuya, I think it was said. There'll be a story told about it. I said once he gets arrested, I hope he really confesses to like how the whole thing planned out. he le- he left with her. Oh, I got 8:15 now. He left with her from a party to walk her back to her dorm, and we haven't. She hasn't been seen since. So, and he pleaded the fifth in the civil trial against him. Hello, the fifth self-incrimination. What? But hey, he got away with it for 25 years. He just got arrested today. So, and he's evidently. All right. All right, Forbass. Got to keep the family tight, man. Yeah, so that's my interesting story. People used to like my Tuesday night storytelling, but then I ran out of stories. So this is a relive because it's Tuesday night and it happened on Tuesday and I get to tell it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty interesting. I mean, all you gotta do is look at your TV. It's on every news channel right now. At least on the internet it is. Well, good. I'm glad I can still tell a good story. I have a lot more of them under Storytelling Tuesday. Fishing stories. Oh, and I have another murderer story on there. And a felon story. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of stories on there. And I had a lot more off-subject graphical stories, but we never got into those. I changed it to Tuesday Night Hangouts. Then changed it to Fish Talk Tuesday. But we did a lot of fish talk yesterday on the panel. I mean, for like the first hour or two, pretty much only talked fish. A lot of educational stuff. Funk bang, funkin', Friday night funkin'. That sounds good. Yeah, I've got a copyright-free music. Well, I used to be an '80s DJ, so I did that one night for fun, and got copyright notices for every song I played. It's kind of like having somebody do an automatic music list for what you played that night. Nikki, oh my God, Nikki hasn't been here forever. Well, see, the other thing is you haven't been in here, but see, they called us the stripper porch, and eventually, who knows how long? I said if I live long enough to do it, there's going to be a go-go cage there and a stripper dancing inside. Yeah, I lurk. You lurker, Nikki. I could only imagine you as a lurker. Yeah, so that's yeah, because of the lights. We call it the stripper porch, or they do, the famous stripper porch. I said if I ever do it with guests or whatever, they'll be right there. I have had Chris, my friend Chris, has been there one time on live. Other people said, so maybe in the future, during the stripper porch lives, there'll be something like, with special guests, and they'll be right there. They'll have to yell, though. Actually, not really yell, because I think you can hear it pretty good, but I feel really, my voice is that soothing, Nick. Nikki likes, I could go even lower, like, yo, baby. It's good to put the skeleton back. Yeah, I know. I need to find, what was his name? Bernie. Yeah, Bernie. Bernie. Yeah, you said Bernie over there. And then, that was what, 2 years ago, I think. Alright, I'll have to go into the deep, very white voice then. Yeah, he was there, and I was going to bring him back, and then my stepdad buried him in all of his other Halloween, because you'll see, if you stay here long enough through the season, this porch changes a lot. But, yeah, I had Bernie there, and Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's, and he was my mascot. But I've never got back to him. So maybe this year I go back to the human fishing again this year, and like the COVID things kind of settled down. That was a really fun Thursday night live I did for about, what was it, 6 months? Something like that. Loved Weekend Bernie. Yeah, that's why we called him Bernie. I don't know if you were on here, but during Halloween, not last year, year before, I had a skeleton right there. A skeleton right there. I said that was my mascot. Everybody said, "What's his name?" I went, Bernie. Because Weekend of Bernie. Anyway, it wasn't a body, he was a skeleton, but yeah, and then he came back this year. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I have stuff planned. But one of my famous guy, I always forget his name. I can visualize him, but I can't remember his name. Uh, he had that skeleton that was his cohort that was made by the Asian guy from Mythbusters. Not Stephen Colbert. He was he was Drew's boss on the Drew Carey show, and he had his own talk show. He's Scottish, Irish. Anyway, yeah, that was kind of another thought of it was he had a skeleton that was his cohort on his talk show, so that's why I thought of that when I put Bernie over there. I even had plans to make Bernie talk. Somewhere I have all these sayings, and I was going to play them on a recorder right here, like on my hand. So when I turned to him and said something, I would like hit the button so he could answer me and talk back, and we would just have conversations. That way, if like nobody was in here, I could just have a whole play experience with Bernie, my co-host. I tried it. I still haven't recorded somewhere. Uh, Boredom. Yeah, it was boredom at its finest. That's what I said. You know, if nobody's in here, what the hell? I can just talk to Bernie. Yeah, talking to a skeleton. But if you actually had him, voices so he responded, then, it's just like being a ventriloquist dummy. You're not really crazy talking to the thing in your hand. You're an act. You're not just some psycho mentally ill person talking to his hand and having him talking back. You have a puppet on there. And the puppet can talk, and then people find it entertaining. So, yeah, I was going to... So that was my actual plan with Bernie. And thank you, Chex-Mex, for making me remember Bernie. He's still here. He's still here somewhere, but he's in a box. I don't know if he's in the garage or in the back shed, but he came out this October, but my stepdad put him on a chair in the yard, so I didn't really want to take him from there and put him up there, and then I forgot about it again. He packed him away, so I do a cool reintroduction. The reintroduction of Bernie, the CCB co-host. Yeah, well, we both enjoy the best things in life, Nikki. I was inside showing the girls, the pre-show girls, but I'd come out here, enjoy a cigar, and tell the story. And now I'm stuck out here. Because I don't want to go back in there. I'm right here now. I was out here for 6.5 hours last night. That's how long my panel went. Six and a half hours sitting out here. We covered a lot. Grills to claymation to all kinds of stuff. But it was a little longer than I wanted to be out here. Yeah. It's because I plugged in my battery, Nikki. I always use my battery as a safety net. Because then I can say, oh, my battery's almost dead, guys. Thanks a lot, gotta go. But no, I plugged in the battery and then I was unlimited and the panel ended up going for, I think, 6 hours, 39 minutes. Yeah, did not plan that. It just happened, I swear. Don't know why. Oh, I don't know. Sorry. Made me think of another Cal Poly story. I had quite a few of them from there. Exactly. Let the damn thing run out. You have an excuse. Don't plug it in. Don't be on a desktop. But yeah, last night was a lot of fun. But see, I'm pretty used to it actually because I get so involved and have so much fun in the panels that I always end up, plugging it in and we just keep talking and all kinds of subjects and educational and I'm pretty much now convinced. Yeah, thanks for phone too. Yeah, no, it's a good excuse, especially when you're out here and you're not connected. You can keep it. I mean, but it was fun last night, and I said my panels have been going consistently for like 4 or 5 hours. Never planned on Sunday. Last night, I didn't even know. We just got so, and I looked up and went, "What? 5.5 hours? Damn! I didn't realize I've been on that long." And the conversation just kept going. So they're all friends. It's all fun. Keep going. But I have cut my lives down now. Used to go more, but now just 2 days a week. And I started putting my shorts up on Mondays. I've been doing surveys on Thursdays, although I didn't do one last week because I was fishing and filming. I pretty much cut it down to Monday through Friday, and Saturday, Sunday I don't do anything. At least, I edit, but not filming wise. Yeah. Can become a pattern. You have a lot of fun. You're out there. That's what I said. The first thing with me live was on location. I think the first live I ever did was in that room. Then I took them. I used to do live fishing after shows live. Filmed at Pinot. I used to do live human fishing at the pier. I did a live tour of the aquarium that ended up killing my $950 phone. I did. Yeah, but that was my intent when I first went live, was just being out, walking, I even did a tour one time over here across my street. I don't know if you can see this, but on the other side of those houses is all like this whole area of open land and stuff. They're actually getting ready to build a house over there now, but so what lies I went over there and just walked around with people. Showed them the area, we talked about stuff. It's pretty fun to just go live and go explore places. But you have to have signal. That's why half the lakes I go to, they're in the valleys, they have no signal. But I started going to Pier, started going to El Estero, started going to Wharf. I go up Pinot, I have full fly bars there, so. But now everybody's life, most people's lives are in a studio. This is my studio, the stripper porch. Or sometimes my room. But it's a lot more fun to be out here. Sometimes I get random people to come up and talk to me while I'm out here. It's just a lot of fun. Have you guys had heavy winds? We've had a lot of heavy winds. Today was like really heavy and cold. Day before. Well, it's springtime though, Springtime, change of seasons, you get wind. But we've been hit hard. I haven't checked next week. Took you to pee. Oh, I'm just kidding. Why'd you mention that? I just felt like I had to go pee. And I was ignoring it. And now you mention that and I'm thinking about it. Alright, give me a little bit. I just seriously just felt like I had to go pee. And you put that comment on and that made me think about it. I felt your urge. Yes. We're like two long time we're like two long acquainted girlfriends. We sink in and we know each other's thoughts and feelings. Although it's really odd because I'm a man, but I'm really in touch with my feminine side. So, yeah. I think we synced. Oh, so where are you at now? You're still in Arizona? I thought I heard one. No, you can't really hear it running. Slowly dripping faucet. See, don't say that. Yeah, I'm 54 now, and mine is slowing down, and it's scaring me. I used to be able to hit a wall from 10 feet away. Oh, you're in Texas again? All right. I think the last time I talked to you, you were still in Arizona. So now you're back in Texas? I offered my old job back and ran home. Nice. So I'm not gonna ask about the rest of the story. I'm not. So that's nice. Back to Texas. I learned something the other day that I never knew. Texas was actually its own state for I think 9 years. Swear to God. I know they kept saying they wanted to annex the U.S. and become their own country, But they were actually their own, did I say state? I meant country. They were actually their own country for 9 years. It blew me away. Yeah, it was. It was. You can Google it. You can look it up. It was 18. It was in the 1800s or something. But yeah, after the Mexico or whatever, with the whole formulation of the U.S. and all that, they remained their own state for like 9 years, or their own country for 9 years. Before the U.S. said, yeah, see, I just learned that. I didn't know that. I had no idea. You know where I learned it? I learned it from Pawn Stars. I learned it from Pawn Stars. Some guy brought in currency. And some of the currency was from the, the, the government of Texas or something like that, or the Republic of Texas. And then so Rick, the owner of the Pawn, told the story that it was its own country for like 9 years. I think it was 9 years. I was like, wow. Because I said, wow, because you know how they wanted to be annex the U.S. and become their own country now. But I went, really, Texas being its own country or its own place on, that'll never happen. And I realized it happened. It's still actually here. Yeah, I just went, they want to be their own country. They don't want to be the U.S. They want to be the country of Texas. And yeah, then I found out they actually were an independent status on their own, not just a state in the U.S. And I went, wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that was where they get their ideas, that they need to go back to that? So, all right, was it Pablo? What happened? I said I wouldn't go into it, but what happened? Oh, was that his name? I don't remember. She's probably not going to answer because I said I wouldn't go into it. Paco. Okay, well, I got Pablo from Friends. Because remember, Pablo was the Rachel guy in the first couple seasons? Paco. All right. Well, she did mention him, so. Oh, really? Well, that's good. So you went out there, you captured him, and brought him back home. Nice. That's that's a good story. I like that. Went there, went to Arizona, captured him, brought him back to Texas. That's a grand story. Yep, he's still a pain. Even in Texas? Texas didn't change you? See, I know my Nikki history. Eyes have a memory. I has a Nikki memory. She went out there, captured him, brought him back. That's like a YouTube love story. I don't know though. I don't know if that's where she met him, but in my mind, it's a YouTube love story. So it is a YouTube love story. All right. Something else I've been a part of. So when you've been on YouTube long enough to know a YouTube love story, you're an old time YouTuber. Of course, it happened 10 years after I started YouTube, but that's when you're old school. You know these kind of histories of people. That's like that's like Ozzy was on here last night at my panel. He goes, and Eames came in. Remember Eames, made in Taiwan? Now she's Eames' bride, I guess. But Ozzy left a comment and said, "I saw your ex-wife Eames came in earlier." Because you guys probably don't know, this is like a couple years. But anyway, we met in his live, and yeah, I don't know. Said there was a connection. But yeah, he just mentioned that. And then Nikki comes into my life the next day. Then I have weird thoughts about Kristin Smart, who ends up resurfacing in the news after 25 years, and people get arrested. It's just weird. There's something happening. It's a correlation in the world, in the essence of planet Earth. Things just don't happen for a reason, right? There's always connections. Weird dreams you have. And they become reality like 2 days later. So how's Texas? Well, you guys already all opened up. We're getting back to normal here. Well, parents have been vaccinated. I don't really want to, but I'm going to just because I live with them. So, house rules. I haven't done it yet because I'm still dealing with issues with my car and driving. But yeah, I'm going to get it. I don't know if you guys have been. Yeah. Well, it's calming down. It's the life of a virus. Comes and goes. Like others. You're like Nick. Nicholas always traps freaking neighborhood cats. Now you're catching you. Now you're trapping your daughter's dog. Trapping. It's always a mystery, man. It was actually your daughter's dog. That's funny. Non-lethal trap, I'm assuming. Because that's what Nick said. Like, oh no, they're not. It doesn't hurt them. Well, maybe a bruise, but yeah, it doesn't hurt them. So he just lets them go, and they go running back to their house. And the neighbors can't figure out why the cat's limping on its left front paw. Oh, Nicholas must have caught him in a trap. Oh, Nick's still on here. Yeah, that's a funny story, though. Tiger, what is up? Oh, yeah. See, I've never taken a flu shot either. the tongue in a lap trap. Yeah, I don't get any shots for flu and stuff, but gotta do what you gotta do. They got their shots. They're older than me. They're fine. They got the Pfizer, so I figure I'll take one for the team. What the hell? They said no to. Yeah, I've heard that in the. Well, my mom, like Nikki just said, my mom saw people who got the Moderna one and were sick for a day or two after it. But the Pfizer one seems to be the best. It's just the fact you have to get two. So, I mean, it's a risk with any vaccine. I mean, even Nikki just had a regular flu one and she got really, really sick from it. So, and he's not looking good. Yeah, well, it's inherent in any shot. There is a factor of, yeah, well, yeah. Well, you're not alone, Nikki. There's a lot of people that have almost, I mean, it's anything you get done. It's like, it's like going to have surgery. Yeah, it's just like having surgery. I mean, you go in, I mean, there's people that die from a simple appendectomy. There's there's a percentage in air. It just is nothing's 100%. There's always a percentage of air. You take the risk and the Navy gave me enough shot. Well, I'm not prone to getting colds anyway or flus, so I've never got shot, and I don't. Knock on wood. I don't. I get. I don't often get that sick, or get the flu that gets me that sick. So, but yeah, it's just nothing's 100%. Nobody knows how every single body in the world's gonna. Yeah, I mean, there's been tons of people that have died from. Yeah, that's the same thing with me. I mean, I'm not against wearing a mask. I'm not against not being around people. I'm never around people. I mean, and actually nowadays, most people around have already gotten vaccinated. So I've never been. Well, I was a DJ in a dance club that sort of time period. Yeah, but nowadays, no. I'm more reclusive. I'm not around many people. If I'm around them, I'm outside in the open. I don't go to parties. I don't go to that sort of stuff. So that really reduced the risk. What? I'm sorry to hear that, Tiger. Um, it was, I remember talking to you when it first happened. Was that cancer? I Well, I'm sorry to hear. I'm really sorry to hear that, Tiger. Orthosis. Okay. Wow. I never mentioned it just because I don't know. I just never wanted to ask. I know you told me about it on one of my lives a while ago, but I know how that is, so I don't really, unless somebody brings it up, I don't pry in that sort of stuff. It's like on their own time, but thank you for updating us. And I never asked, but it wasn't that I never thought about it. So I just want to let you know. That's just where I am. Um, she was always in my thoughts and prayers and that, but I never wanted to mention it again because I know how that can be. I remember my father died, and it was true concern, but it was just overwhelming that it was always the talking about, and so yeah, thank you about that. Yeah, I know. So I said that's I didn't want to go there. I knew about it, and it was in my mind, but thank you for that update, and I'm very very sorry. I have to go pee. Talk amongst yourselves. Thanks, Nikki. Good. I see comments coming up. I didn't blame you. Eves. Oh my God, Eve's in here too. Thank you. Wow. Getting all the old schoolers in tonight for some reason. It's because they came in with some sort of old school thing. Yeah, I know. You know me. I'm a comedian. I'm sarcastic. I had to put that in. That was specifically interjected because of prior conversations. I wanted you to know that I remember what you say, and I think about you all the time, Nikki. I'm not getting bushy. Wow. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't say legend, but I'm still here. Wow, gut issues. That's not good. Gut's where everything gets done. I've been having them too, though. What? All right. Yeah, I've been experiencing a lot of yeah. But me, it's from the drinking, I'm sure. Cut down to the lowest upper content beer. Gave up on all the hard stuff, but yeah, I go to bed and sometimes it hurts like hell, and it was a coffee. I can't. I can't be bothered. Yeah, that's what happens, Nikki. But I'm glad I'm there for you. I'm glad I can take you back 2 years or however long it's been. Something like that. It's been like 2 years, 2 years, something like that. I've known Nikki a long time. That's when I was like a panel slut. Kind of like Nikki. But yeah, I was. That's all I do out here at night was just cruise to find somebody that had a panel and get on it. Every night I was just out here slutting around. I was a male slut. Yeah, I don't do that much anymore. I do my own, but yeah, I don't search for that stuff. But it brings back great memories. Exactly. If you actually look at the life expectancy, life expectant, the age of most comedians. What, George Burns died 99? I'm going way back. You guys might not even know who he is, but um, well, to live with someone. All right, I think I know who that someone is. Uh, and congratulations. But yeah, 99, 86, 80. Um, unless some kidding, but yeah, comedians have a long life because that's the whole purpose. I mean, just laugh about. I mean, don't laugh about it, but you have to have a humorous side about life. It'll save you a lot of pain. Humor helps in every situation, even dark ones. Hey, Wesley. Yeah. To move in with someone. Sorry. Wesley's comment just showed up, so I saw Evie's again. I wonder who. Have you ever been to this person's house? Do you even know this person very well? I'm just gonna, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. To have a. Oh, then I actually do know who it is. I'm clairvoyant. Clairvoyant. See, I'm clairvoyant. I knew exactly who it was, and she didn't say. I'm so good. I should rent myself out. I should start a Craigslist clairvoyant session meeting and tell people their predicted future. I'm good. I'm perceptive. I don't know how I do that. You see my live episode where I came out of the closet? Never mind. That's the point. Stop. No. Yeah. No, congratulations. You know why I know? I've been in their lives when they're together in their house. They're so cute. And they were always in my lives, and they always came in together. Together on YouTube, together in life. Right, Nikki? Oh, or exactly. I have two. Who gets two people that they've known for a long time that end up becoming YouTube love stories? There's a video right there. Course back. Yeah, who thought they ever existed? And what are the odds that two YouTube love stories have a connection to CCB? I definitely got to start a website, man. Yeah, I need to do a video of my history on YouTube and conclusions, or circumstances of my life on live YouTube the last 2 years. It would have to be told much more fancy than that, and nobody would watch it, but that'd be a good video. I have enough clips. It would just take a long time to collect them all. A lot of research, but I have enough clips that I could produce a pretty good little documentary, like 15 minutes. I have to work on that. Give me ideas. Love stories of YouTube. Love stories of YouTube. Eyewitness accounts. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Eyewitness accounts. David came back in. That'd be good. You guys are giving me too many ideas now. Don't infiltrate my brain with video ideas when I'm out here on the porch doing illicit stuff. I'm gonna have to go write it all down, or I won't remember the next time. Sorry, I'm now researching in my head. I'm researching segments and clips that I could get. I'm putting the whole thing together in my head right now. and Evie and Nikki are the focus. Jerry Springer on YouTube. Kind of. I was thinking more like, no, more like Discovery Channel or something like that. You've exceeded your limit. Yeah, I know I exceeded my limit, but this is a business phone. Oh, tip for you guys. If you're a YouTuber, you can get a phone and set it up as a business phone. Mine's actually under the business side, and it's Central Coast Bass. I found loving pizza. So, and I go over. I've done like 100. I get 50 gigabytes free, and they're supposed to slow it. I've gone to well over 100 gigabytes now, and they never slow down my service. I don't know if it's actually because it's a business phone, but just FYI. And then all your phone bills and that are a tax write-off because it's part of your business. I just throw that in. Just thought of it. Helpful tip. Tip of the day. Get your phone signed up as a business phone. It helps. At least in my case. And it's a legitimate tax write-off. All right, Nikki. You're a blessing. You came in. I haven't seen you. You haven't been here in a long time. It's never. I see people like, but no. People have their lives. They don't come in. They don't come in. I don't expect to be the. I don't. I'm not the guy who goes, oh, I haven't seen her in forever. Why didn't that bitch come in anymore or something like that? No. They know you. They're around. They have other stuff to do. They see you live. They come in. Take it as positive. Never just, never do that. All right, see you, Nikki. Yeah, I just don't understand people that get. I don't understand people that get. That's not the way to be. People have their lives. No, it's just. I happen to be stable enough to be able to do this every Monday and Tuesday. Other people's, their life changed. Things happen. They're busy. They have other things to do. Well, I hope to catch you live. Yeah, that's the way of the world, guys. You have a million friends in high school, and how many of them do you stay in touch with? I mean, come on. Usually very few. You might contact each other once in a while just to catch up, but. All right, Nikki. But yeah, it's like old. Well, I blinked. I've had a lot of old friends that gotten a hold of me. We talked. We had a great time. And I haven't heard from them since. But the fact it had been 10 years and they contacted me. We both, yeah, you live different lives. You're in different areas. It's the fact that, uh, yeah, well, that's what I said. I mean, during, junior high and high school, how many people do you know? You might know 30, 40, 50 people. You're good friends on that, but how many do you keep in contact after that? Tiger said two. This is kind of the way it is. That's a pinnacle part of life, and you all have stories about it and everything else, but you go on to live independently. And there's no shame in it. There's no there's nothing that says you have to keep in contact with everybody that signed your yearbook. If it happens, it happens. You know, it's not. It's life. After high school, everybody moves away. Everybody goes their own distance. Some people stay, but after that, life is different. You become yourself. You're 18. You're an adult. Go live your life. Right? Isn't that the way it goes? Some things become, go down in history books because you met then and you've been friends ever since, and that's cool. But again, like Tiger, my feet. Two. Two of how many other people are in your high school? At least 100, maybe 200. That's what, 2%? There's 200 people there. You're in contact with two for the rest of your life. Kind of like YouTube, 1 to 2% of the people that like you will watch. The rest are just people that stumble in. Will they keep following you? Will they stay a subscriber and all that? You don't know. It's just random. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's very rare. It's just what I said. It's very rare. And you don't need to feel guilty about not keeping in contact with people. See, that's what society now with texting and Instagram and all that. It's like you're forced. You're forced through the internet to be constantly there for them. Why? It was never like that. I texted you. It took you 4 minutes to get back to me. You don't like me. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the internet is like, internet takes it to a different level. The instantaneous knowing you can get a hold of anybody anywhere they are because they got their phone with them is detrimental. It's like, dude, I really don't need to hear from you every 5 minutes. I know we're friends. We know each other for about a year, but seriously, I don't need to know that you're going to Walmart. I don't need to know that you left Walmart. I don't need to know that you're now going to Home Depot. I'm okay we meet again and we'll talk and I'll find out what you've been doing. But you don't need to update me every minute of your life. Ooh, I have a big moth on my wall. Oh, I found out today that we had a wolf here. I swear to God. Here in California, we had a wolf. It showed up here in Monterey area. And now the second sighting of it is down in San Luis Obispo. We don't have wolves here. Wolves are in the Rockies and stuff. That's like 200, 300, 400, 500 miles from us. Where the hell is this? Where did a wolf show up? In Monterey and San Luis Obispo County. We haven't had wolves in this area in years. It's evidently a male. It's a young male. Springtime. My neighbor that's hunter told me, you know, they only have one male herd, does the whole herd now. The other males have to go out and look to start a new herd. But really, that's a pretty entrepreneur wolf. That he came all the way into where we are. Looking for a mate. It's like, I give him props. He's branching out. Yeah, he's branching out, man. He's like, he's going to look for a mate to start his own herd in a place that's like 1,000 miles, 500 miles from where they haven't been in like 20 years. See, that's how nature works. You get one little rogue going, maybe there's other wolves further away that nobody's looked for. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to go scatter out and go check for miles and miles and miles. Because I can't beat the guy that's running our pack, so I need to go out on my own and be independent. So yeah, that's crazy. I don't actually know how long it's been since a coyote's been spotted this close to the coast. I don't know about other states, but California, I know it's been a long time. They're on the border of California and Colorado in the Rockies. That's where the biggest bunch of wolves are still viable. But this wolf said, "Hey, I'm searching. I'm gonna go." Yeah, exactly, and that's what pretty much. I mean, on foot, this coyote's matching him. Oh, really? They're turning Easter into a specimen collection agency? Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know about. I know you have them up there, but we haven't had them around here. In California, we haven't had a wolf forever. Ever. I mean, we have coyotes. We still have mountain lions and brown bears and stuff, but for a wolf to be spotted in California, pretty rare. There's a lot of I mean, no, it's not their territory anymore. But it's nice they're expanding. I think. I mean, coyotes kind of scare me. They're a lot smaller. I mean, if wolf packs got established back here in California, yeah, that might be a little different. They're a lot bigger animal. Yeah. They're a lot bigger animal, and in fact, they're looking to expand back into California. That's good because they're very rare in the U.S. and we help save their population. So it's a good thing, me being a wildlife biologist, that there's expansion. But at the same time, it's kind of scary. That we could have wolves back in California. That's scary. Oh, really? I've been in this. Well, our aquarium's been closed. They still haven't reopened it, but I want to go back there and do it live. Yeah, well, that's why you're called Coyote, man. That's your best call you have. Now you gotta learn wolves. That's kind of funny. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's, well, kind of weird, kind of funny, but with what's been happening in 2020 with the COVID and all that, and the less traffic by humans, kind of makes sense that a wolf would like come all over here. It's it's not as congested as it used to be. Probably one of the reasons they left or got um, taken back up out of the area and all that was because of the human influx. So, kind of interesting to have right now. After a year like that, when our us as humans has been more compacted and we're not traveling as much. Oh yeah, I'm an advocate of that too. I mean, we're just talking about the wolf. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, where natural predators of certain prey have declined, hunting them takes place of the natural predation. So we can better manage the population, so the population is actually healthier. It's kind of the way it works. People get all upset. But us as a biological person, all that, realize that predation is down and that's not good. It's always existed through history, it's gone. So, we still have humans with guns, they want to hunt them. Let's hand out a certain amount of permits and everything else and allow them to be what used to be here, like wolves or mountain lions or anything else. That's good, yeah. I mean, when natural predation ceases, we got to intervene, and intervening is through hunting. People never understand that. They don't get that concept, but it's me being a wildlife biologist and studying it. It's a good end to the means. Although people, they don't understand nature. Like, oh yeah, we have hunting, but they don't understand that. Yeah, but there used to be wolves here or a lot of mountain lions here, and they would take out 30% of the herd on their own, and they're not here, and there's no 30% cut back in the herd every year, and that. So we open up to hunting. We let them take out 30% of the herd, and he goes back to as if the wolves or mountain lions were there and kept the herd in check. Yeah. You related to her? Really? That'd be a really first. Not that I don't disbelieve you, but that'd be a really weird coincidence that. Oh, I'm getting down there. I'm not plugging in my phone tonight. When my battery's gone, I'm out of here. How are you related? I want to hear this part. It'd be good because I'm going to do an actual vlog about this. The Kristin Smart thing. But I'd like to hear from somebody that's actually related to her. Because I know how it was when I lived there at the time. So I know that your experience of it is probably pretty vivid. Really? No way. Wow. There's another connection to it I never knew about. My dad's mother, her brother's son's daughter. Wow. No, I'm not plugging in tonight. That's really weird, hog collar. Wow. That's another weird YouTube connection to that. Because they arrested Paul and his dad today. And for some reason, I thought about her for the first time in like 10, 15 years Sunday night. I've talked about it earlier, but for some reason she came to my mind, and I remembered all the stories about her and everything. And then today on my YouTube, it showed up a video. Paul and Ruben Flores arrested in connection with murder of Kristin Smart. It's all over the news, man. It's everywhere. And that was why I titled this that, because I was there when it happened. I didn't know she was related to you, obviously. But yeah, and that was yeah. Weird. Thought about it Sunday night, Tuesday night, story showed up. And I told the story, if you go back into the live, my friend actually predicted where the body would be found. They haven't found the body yet. But if the body's found where my friend predicted it 24 years ago, that'll be something pretty amazing. Oh, Turkey season. No, my friend just got turkey yesterday, and he's going out tomorrow for turkey. Yeah, but that's where this came about. Hog collar. It's yeah, it's big news because um, he's we all knew he did it, or we all thought he did it, but yeah, first time in the whole case he's been arrested was tonight. Um, I worked at Cal Poly in the food service. I um, I didn't know her personally, but I had seen her because back in the day when it all happened, they showed the picture. I worked at the food service at Cal Poly. She was in the dorms. Everybody goes through there. I recognize her. I don't know if I ever made her a sandwich or made her whatever, but I knew I'd seen her. But other than that, yeah, once at all. And Paul, I don't. I think I met Paul maybe or seen him at a party or something. But yeah, that brought up this whole live and why I'm talking about it is because I was in the town that it happened at the time of the happening. No, no, you hog collar. You gotta. Well, I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm gonna do a little vlog about it. I'm probably gonna put it up Thursday. Um, but it's I don't know. It's it's a it's interesting. It's my recollection of the time it happened and a prediction by a friend of mine that was actually my roommate for a while. And until it all settles out and they actually find a body, um, but man, just go rewatch it because it's very interesting. That was the reason I started this live with that headline and everything and all that. And I'm gonna do a little vlog about it. I'll probably upload it on Thursday. But it might turn out to be something that's really, really sort of weird. So that's all I'm gonna say. But no, I didn't know her personally, but I'm sure I've had contact with her, and I saw her when I worked at food service at Cal Poly and that. And same with Paul Flores, who's the one that's now arrested for murder. I had ran across him at different parties and stuff, and well, because at that point he was a suspect and everybody knew who he was. So if you saw him at the party, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's Paul. Remember him? He's the one looking into that murder, and you know the way that stuff goes." So yeah, yeah, and yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this comment. That's why it's yeah. Well, I mean, I said you can go back in the beginning of this when I come out to the porch on this live when I started talking about the circumstances and what I heard and eyewitness, not eyewitness, but anyway, it's not confirmed yet, but it's looking highly, 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 highly probable at this time that what I heard from my roommate at the time will end up actually being the truth. So, that said, I'm gonna actually shut up. Where am I at? Yeah, I'm down to 9% battery, guys. And I was 6.5 hours less than in my life. And I don't want to be that way. It's already like 10:30 something. So, yeah. Yeah, hog collar, just, yeah. That's just, the fact that you came in right then and told me that, that's just, yeah. That's, I mean, I can put that in the blog and all that, but yeah, that's, thank you for that. Thank you for, I had no idea. Um, but yeah, thanks guys. Like I said, my last live. You'll see me again next Monday for Panel Mondays. Video coming tomorrow. I may do an update on. I'll be condensed and do it more professional. What I'm talking about with this live, but it was so on my mind. I had to do it tonight, and yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. Fishing video coming tomorrow. The video on Friday coming. It's a little bit different. Thursday, I'll try to throw up a recap or a more, I already said, but concise thing about this thing that's going on with Kristin Smart. And thank you guys. Love you.